Hello. 42 years since 97.
Stove and everything.
Okay.
Come on, he got to leave here. I rent from this woman. You know, he literally broke my stove. Look, I was going there, look, if I'm a bitch, I'm gonna tell you, hoe, where my mama at? What the hell? I am your mama.
Yeah. Where's he at?
He in the house. He literally broke my stove, man. Punched it. The top of it, look.
Okay.
He got to leave. I can't keep going through this shit every night.
Get to you.
If I'm a bitch, I'm gonna kill you, hoe.
42 years since 97.
But I'm sorry. I don't know. My son on that. All that shit. I just got my sister took it out. He done bust my fucking stove and everything.
Okay.
Come on, he got to leave here. I can't. I rent from this woman. You know, he literally broke my stove. Look, I was going there. Look, he told me, you ain't my fucking mama, bitch. I'm gonna kill you, hoe. Where my mama at? What the hell? I am your mama.
Yeah. Where's he at?
He in the house. He literally broke my fucking stove, man.
Okay.
Punched it. The top of it. Look.
Okay.
He got to leave. I can't keep going through this shit every night.
This is crazy.
But he temporarily stay here. He be back and forth, but you can't just damage that one stuff like that. I'm scared for myself. He gonna try to hurt me. But what his fucking mama? You ain't my mama home. You ain't my mama bitch. Who talk like that? You literally broke that one stove. You look at it, you see what I'm talking about. Oh, that's not my son.
Broke your stove?
Yeah, he literally broke it. I went to the hospital to get
Ladies and gentlemen, the segment of the show is when Mammy goes wrong.
Took that one. Pushing me. You got done about that. I'll call you back. I'm gonna show them. That's crazy, man. I rent. This is not my stove. He literally broke that woman's stove. This is crazy. Punch the fucking stove, man. Oh. I got to run from my old house. I'm scared to even stay here with him. I ain't never seen him like this. This is crazy, man. I got to live here. Had music up all day on day. Don't listen. Don't. Y'all go in there and see what he did to my soul, man. I'm pressing charges. I am. He got to leave here. This woman's place, man. I rent. Don't come to see you, though. About to hit me. Y'all ready to push me? I had stitches one time. I let that go. I didn't report that.
So she just, listen to what she just said. Listen to what she just said. Listen right here. This is important.
Hit my soul, man. I'm pressing charges. I am. He got to leave here. This woman's place, man. I rent. Don't come to see you, though. About to hit me. Y'all ready to push me? I had stitches one time. I let that go. I didn't report that.
She had to get stitches, but she let it go. She didn't report her son. Now she's just had enough. Let's keep it rolling.
I'm not going to stay here like this. I can't.
What's up, Harold? Harold, come outside.
I'm free to come outside. Come on, man. You don't got to do that, man.
Harold, go out there.
No, let him in. What you talking about? Let him in for what? Let him in for what? No, I'm a bitch. I'm a hoe. I ain't calling you no bitch. No hoe. No.
Harold.
I ain't do nothing, man.
Come outside.
Hold on, sir.
Stop. Put that down. Stop. Harold. Harold.
Hold on. Hey.
Harold.
Hey.
Stop. Stop.
Come outside.
Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
What's up for the table?
On the ground.
Get on the ground, Harold. What I did. What's up for me for?
Other hand. What do you use Harold's DK?
What y'all came to my house for? What I did?
Because your mom let us in.
What she let y'all in for?
Stay right there. What did you put in?
So you finna press charge on me? Hello? So you finna press charge on me?
Where did it go?
What go?
Let me
What was in
pause
here?
this and bring the host to the stage. The one, the only, Cyber Dreams.
We all the way live. We all the way live.
live.
Y'all give it a second. Play that video and let me get my situation together. Give me like 2 minutes.
Yeah, oh, take your time, take your time. Everybody, what you're watching right now is when mammying goes wrong. She tried to mammy for her son, which, you know, we can understand that. The problem is when he's uncontrollable, damaging his own mom, it gets to this point.
Hand.
What is with him in my hand, man? Them was something that she be lighting up in him, man. There wasn't nothing in my hand.
Yeah, I did.
There wasn't nothing in my hand.
There's
Oh my God, I'm
scale
so
on
tired,
the
man. Y'all just can't take me to jail for this, like for no reason. Y'all be running my house, and I called y'all. I be telling y'all she be messing with me. No, I'm pressing charges on her first. So no, you cannot take me to jail. I didn't do nothing. This is my house. Don't treat me like that.
This is my house. He's calling his mother's house his house. And not in an affectionate way, like, oh, this is where I'm home and everything. No, he thinks he owns the house. He thinks he runs the house.
I just not got out of jail. Do not treat me like that.
Is it in there?
This is my house.
I don't know.
This is not your
I don't have nothing on me at all.
Stay away from that table.
house, sir.
Ma'am,
That's stuff that she has.
ma'am,
How the hell?
ma'am, can you just wait outside for us?
Yeah, I'm in the hospital.
How?
Can you just put us off
You
for
just be always calling me. Stop doing that. Stop
Ma'am.
doing that. Stop doing that. Y'all want to call somebody for nothing. For nothing. It ain't nothing going on at all. I only want to call somebody. Ain't nothing going on. Just told them I don't got nothing on me. What, you trying to touch my ass? Please do not rape me. I'm telling you, I'm gonna press charges. Do not rape me. I just told you I ain't do nothing. I don't got nothing on me.
Stand up.
You're not finna see my ass cheeks.
Stand up.
That's what you're not gonna do now.
Okay, I'm back. I had to let my man in the house.
I hear that. Wait a minute. I thought
He don't
I
got
thought-
keys. He don't got keys, ladies. I had to let him in.
I thought BWE women didn't have men. What's going
Oh,
on?
I thought
here?
we was carpet munchers around here. Y'all got me all the way messed up. Let me stop.
So yeah, this video. I thought it would be a nice little starter up video because, you know, this young man right here, he, you know, his mom was mammying up to him really good, trying to, you know, help him out because he just got out of prison, right? And he started beating up on her.
Wait, he got out of prison? He looked like he 12.
Yeah, he got out of prison. Yeah.
Mammy know best.
Yeah. Granny called the cops on his grandson. Yeah, grandson. Yep. Here we go. It's crazy. This is what happens when mammying just really goes wrong. Really goes wrong. Really goes wrong. So, and it's not the only one. It's not the only one. We got more.
Okay, and now it's time for Yeah, That Really Happened. So imagine being at home when the news comes on, right? Like you are now. They're talking about a burglary that happened, and they show the video, and it's your son. So do you turn him in, or do you make it a family business? Well, his mama decided to call the po-po. That's what happened. So this happened in Florida. Where else? The suspect, who was 18-year-old Kevin King, you see him there, he was caught on camera allegedly burglarizing a home. His mom called police when she saw him in a video with two other guys. Why? Well, she said he needed to learn a life lesson from behind bars.
Well, tonight, car thefts across the city continue with 3 incidents happening just this morning.
And now a mother of a teen who is stealing these cars is speaking out, asking for help. 10 TV's Carly Dion spoke with her today and joins us live with more on why she's frustrated. Carly.
Andrew, Yolanda, Tiffany Hammonds says her 17-year-old son recently started down a bad path, and she's done all she could to try to stop it. Now she's wondering what more could be done if police keep releasing her son from custody.
I've been begging and pleading please arrest him, lock him up, do something that's going to make him pay for the things that he's out here doing.
Tiffany Hammonds says her 7
Oh,
You know, I want the reason why we're highlighting these mammies is because see people over here on this side, we don't have bias. Well, I don't, right? So both parties, the bandits, the dusties, the gorillas, whatever you want to call them, and these mammies are the reason for the community, the so-called black community, is in the state it is in.
you know what's so weird about it? And you brought up an excellent point. And let me tell you why I'm going to break it down like this real quick. Basically, the guys in this space, the manosphere, they blame women for the way the community is.
Mm-hmm.
But the women that they're blaming are the same women that support them online.
Yeah, it's smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
Smoke and mirrors. They light a fire, the smoke, but then when the smoke in, the mirror is pointing, looking at them.
Right. Exactly.
But we're holding the mammies and you bandits accountable for the condition of this community. So you got to realize black people are not the same. I'm one of those black women that do not subscribe to your culture at all.
Exactly. I mean, the thing is this. You know, they want to make that argument, you know, that it's a black woman's fault. But then what they don't realize is they support this mentality of women every day.
Yeah, men set the environment. These mammies support it.
Yeah. Yep.
And we tired of it. The rug is we're pulling the rug today.
Exactly.
15-year-old son has been caught stealing cars multiple times by police, and he's driving without a license. She feels not enough is being done to stop him.
I've done almost everything I could, and it's turning him against me. He's going the opposite way and doing what he loves to do, and which is turning to the streets.
Hammond says when her son has been caught by police for stealing or crashing a stolen vehicle, they keep bringing him home.
I think him seeing that nothing is being done is...
Why he can't go to his father's house?
Boom.
I told you guys, I'm an advocate for once the child turns 12, it's a boy, send him with his father. There's no need for him to be around you anymore.
Boom.
Except on the weekends if you want to buy him some new shoes, get his hair cut.
But right, I mean, to me, she's a Dee, she's a Chantel, she's a Sade. She has that mentality.
Look at Tevin.
She has that mentality. You know, black men first, right?
Oh, poor Tevin. Oh, poor Tevin.
My thing is black people don't live in the black community. Why y'all always speaking on it?
Hit dog hollering.
Ouch.
Tevin, we still love you, man. Come back tomorrow.
No. Lily in the house. Lily.
But you gotta understand, everything's a process. The alarm has been sounded. Everything's a Darnell, where you been, my boy? But anyways, the alarm has been sounded. Now we're going to the peak of the problem. And we're coming down. And then we're gonna move on.
Yeah. I mean, let's play a little bit, but let's see what else she has to say here.
Him more of adrenaline rush to go back out and do it again.
Between January and August of this year, more than 7,000 cars have been stolen in the city of Columbus. A little more than half of them have been Kias and Hyundais. Hammond says she fears the threat her son poses to others and himself.
Since he's left that I know of, he's crashed 5 cars. And I reported each and every one that I know of. And he's still out here.
It's not known if her son was part of the group who stole a Kia and Hyundai found at Crum Park. The Hyundai had been set on fire while the Kia was left in the pond. About 4 hours later, officers say after a 911 call, they found a group of teens inside a car near the 700 block of Thurman Avenue. The driver then rammed into a Columbus police cruiser multiple times, causing damage to the front bumper before leaving the scene. As the city calls on parents to watch their kids, what happens when they've done all they could?
Are they all? Has she tried?
You know, see, I can't wait till we get into the show. I want to highlight classical conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to give you guys the.
You don't want to give the punchline out, you know.
Yeah.
Could. This mother hopes something is done soon.
We're trying. But once they're here and they leave again, then what? What are we supposed to do?
And as for those car thefts earlier this morning, Columbus police say so far no arrests have been made. Reporting live at Columbus Police Headquarters, Carly Dion, 10 TV News.
So I hereby
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
sentence you to life in prison on that.
And take all you.
You know, you are the cause of this, and you are just as guilty as he is. You know why? Because you put your children at risk. You had 5 children, and you went out drinking, and you didn't care about the children, and you knew what was going on. This man moves in with you in January of 2005. In April of 2005, he viciously and sexually violates you. What do? You don't prosecute, you forgive him, you forget about it, and you let him move in with you. That's despicable, and you are an atrocious mother. You need to really search your soul, because you are.
Remember that poll question I posed? Which mammy is more dangerous, the woman who forgives or the woman who forgets?
Remember that.
Keep going.
And there's no excuse for what you did. If I sound upset, I haven't heard such vile, disgusting, gross, despicable stuff in my whole 20-year career.
Wow. He broke it down.
Mm-hmm. No, I retract what I just said. The question was the woman who ignores or the woman who forgives. Which one was more dangerous? You heard what that judge said, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Now, I want to give a little disclaimer. This video and interview we're about to watch, this is not a backlash against the Muslim faith or his beliefs or his principles. We're just highlighting what is coming out the woman's mouth. And she so happened to be of the Muslim nation. So this is not a clapback or a bashing of the Muslim faith. And also, when you watch the interview, 2 things to me stood out. The interviewer, his bias in his questions, and also Shahrazad, she was very disingenuous in her responses. And her responses to me remind me of a perpetual victimization mindset in men and the savior complex in women. I digress.
Sister Ali, welcome to I Never Knew TV. Right, glad to have you.
Thank you.
Glad to have you. All right. So, I want to start off and ask, where did you grow up, and what were your parents like as parents and husband and wife?
Now, you know, when I'm not important like that, and all my history and everything. I grew up actually here in Cincinnati, and my parents were good people. They were mentally dead. They didn't know the truth, so they taught me what they knew. But I was well taken care of. My father was an engineer, and my mother was a homemaker in white people's house.
Where did the idea come from to create the book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman? And did the wisdom in the book come from literature or just life observations?
Well, I got the idea. I had written a book in 1985. Oh, these all seem so long time ago. But anyway, I had written a book called How Not to Eat Pork, A Life Without the Pig.
Stop that beat,
okay?
DJ.
And I was going around with that.
Okay. She said her father was an engineer. Now, I assume she's in her 80s, right? So I did the little math. You know what was going on in 1943, 80 years ago? We're going back down memory lane. All right. President Franklin Roosevelt issued an executive order that banned discrimination in defense industries, right? So this executive order was a fight the fascism, whatnot, and established a committee on fair employment practices. Now she said, I want you guys to remember, this is the epics, right? She said that her father was an engineer and took good care of her. Remember that. Play that beat, DJ.
We
Taking a microscope, showing the people how to kind of worm, look at the muscle in the brain. You know, and I was, you know, like I said, I've always been an activist of some kind, trying to do something for us. And I noticed that the men were saying, "Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, you know, I'm gonna get with that." Da, da, da. And they were more in agreement. And the sisters were, "He gonna eat what I cook. I've been cooking it. He been eating it, and my grandma ate it, and she's still here. She ate it, you know." And I said, "Wait a minute, what's happening here?" And that happened a few times. Not a lot of people, but
now you know that a lot of women were impoverished, right? In poverty. Don't you know that pork was like one of the cheapest meats you can get? So why shame a woman for trying to feed her family all that she could? She did the best she can do, right?
Exactly.
Why is she to blame for cooking pork when, okay, if he the leader, he went to the store and bought it, or did she go to the grocery store and buy it? Disingenuous.
a few times that caught my ear, and I said, "Now we are withholding the proper food from the black man, and food is what sustains life. What else are we withholding that is affecting his development and success?"
Oh,
and so then I started looking at us.
Keyword. What are women withholding to stop the black man's development and success? Are you serious, Mammy? Are you serious? If a man isn't eating properly, the woman isn't eating properly either. What's stopping her success in her development? Miss Ali? Or it's all about the man? See, this is the origin of black male worship right here.
Which had not been done, because prior to me writing The Black Man's Guide, and it was released in March of 1990, I wrote it in 1989, but was that we did not want to take too much any accountability for the condition of our families and the failure of our families and the undisciplined children, everything. And because then everything was blamed on the black man. You know, he ain't this, he ain't in the house, he ain't paying this, he not working, he not whatever. With us negating the fact that he was under, you know, you all were under a terrible system. You didn't have anything going. You were still held back by your color, not your ability.
Stop that beat, DJ.
And
Stop that beat. We're finna go back down memory lane. I'm finna do a Black History timeline for you from 1980 to 1989. We got the American entrepreneur Robert L. Johnson launches Black Entertainment TV, 1980, right? Then we got the riots. You know, y'all know about them riots, right? Keep going, keep going. 1982, Michael Jackson came out. Boom. 1983, the novel Color Purple was written by the poet activist Alice Walker. Black woman. 84, Pennsylvania politician W. Wilson Goode becomes the first black mayor in Philadelphia. 1984, right? 1985, Philadelphia Mayor Wilson enforced agents. What? Black Liberation group founded in Philadelphia. This happened in 1985. Black Liberation, right? You know, Mike Tyson came out. 86. Yeah, we're going back down memory lane. Yeah. James Baldwin, he won something for a Nobel, what is it? For her books, I guess. His books. No, Rita Dove wins a prize for poetry. You know, Jesse Jackson came out in 1988. (1989), Robert H. Brown becomes the first black person to head of 2 major political parties. So what is she talking about? What this man be talking about? You know what she talking about, Torch?
A whole lot of nothing. I don't. You know,
Who keeping them down? Who was keeping them down? Themselves? Remember that documentary we watched in the 1989, the Black Man 1989?
Mm-hmm.
Who was keeping them down? We got all this stuff happening for them.
Right.
Okay, keep going. Okay.
I didn't like that because I had a wonderful husband and I had great sons as a result of that. And I did not want you all to continue to function without really knowing us like we thought we knew you. Okay. We had support in every negative idea we had about every black man. Okay.
False.
And the black man you see now is not the black man of the 50s and 60s and 70s.
What difference? What's the difference, Torch? Do you know? I don't see a difference.
I don't see much of a difference either. If anything, I would say they're worse today. I'd say that much.
But she's not highlighting. See, she said we knew men. No, women just told their experiences of what they were going through.
Right.
They didn't know them, because had they knew their pathology and their nature, they would have never dealt with them.
Right.
You notice that because she has, I have a theory, because she has a black son, nothing against black boys, and a black husband, nothing against a black husband, she has bias. Oh, y'all gonna hear some more.
Okay. They have grafted you all in a way. You all are whole new different people than the kind of men we knew. Okay. But at any rate, I wanted to just study us and look at that. And so I got it from traveling, interviewing people, and the foundational principles of what makes success in a relationship, and from myself, and just a lot of different, aspects of life. I started, gathering that information. It was there all along. The Black Man's Guide is not a surprise. It's just the first time y'all seen it in print. Yeah, ain't no surprises in there.
And all right, so everything you learned from the book about not eating pork, you applied to this book in regards to marketing, how to get everything done.
Well, of course, all of the worlds have a joining on, especially with knowledge. You can, go from one step to the other, lead you to the other. Diet is very important. Diet is the reason that we are overweight, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, high cholesterol, liver disease. Now we're getting a whole thing on kidney disease. A lot of these things we have developed from bad diet. We don't know what we're eating. We're the only people in America who don't have a food chain. And when I say that, I don't mean stores. We don't have a food path. The Asians, they have stores. They have food in there that's got their language. We don't even know what's in the can if it ain't no picture of it. They created that. We even have Africans here who have food that they have brought in from the East and from South Africa that they are able to sell here, that they manufactured. They brought it in, however. And of course, the Latinos, the Mexicans, all of them have their own food. We can't even, as I say, read a lot of the labels. And so everyone here has a food path except us.
Stop it.
Our only food path is to get it from them. Okay? White people even get a lot of their food, out of Italy and a lot of places over there in Europe. But we don't have any place. We don't get along with the Africans, and they don't get along with us. They've been taught to hate us and dislike us and think we're a fool. And we've been taught we don't like their attitude. They act like they're superior, So we're walking around talking about we are African Americans. We're not African Americans. We are American Africans. This is how African look that's been indoctrinated with all the nonsense of America. This is how an African looks when they have been robbed of their God, their politics, and their principles. We are a result. This is what it looks like. Okay, Elijah Muhammad teachings, the first thing it does is dignify you.
Stop it, Torch.
And it does teach you superiority.
Now, all she said, What did you guys get from all she said about the food stuff? Like, who is responsible for that? Is it black women? Or is it just black men, or is us together? Now, she wrote a book, The Black Man's Guide to Understand the Black Woman. Why not write a book about the Black Man's Guide to Start Agriculture? See, you can't complain about something that you're not willing to do.
You know what I find weird too is that, isn't it manosphere stock that the men built everything and then the men control everything, and that the men, but it sounds like Ali is contradicting, though she's a mammy, she's contradicting their statements by saying that it sounds like she's making an argument that black men back then, and I guess right now, don't have any power. They don't have any say so or anything like that, because otherwise, why would she sell this?
Because it's a perpetual, it's a grift. She a charlatan. See, to make money off the people, you have to give them something like that they're victims, that they are forever victims. That's all I hear. Now, I want you guys to understand something about classical condition. I'm gonna give you an example. When you have a dog, right? And you have a bell. Every time the dog hears the bell, you give him a treat, right? There's going to come a time where whenever the dog hears the bell, he's going to be expecting a treat, even though the treat is not there. Now, put the black woman in position of the dog. No shade. No shade. Get your panties out your bunch. But put the black woman in position of the dog, and then put the black man with the bell. For all this time, in all these decades, they've been ringing that bell, and we've been looking for what? We've been looking for protection. We've been looking for resources. We've been looking for infrastructure. We've been looking for our own everything. But they continue to ring that bell, and we continue to wag our tails.
All right, everybody, get the likes up.
Yeah, get that likes up. Hit that Cash App too.
Straight up. Here we go.
Because you are superior. We don't have to pretend that we're not superior. Certainly, black man.
What? Here come that coddling.
Yeah.
This is the black male's worship. See, I'm gonna give you something else. People cling to their environments. Typically, people stay away from danger, right? And what will harm them. This worship and coddling, right, has given these males, not all, self-esteem. By gaining esteem, from these worshiping, they worshiping them for something that they're not. She just said these men are superior. In what shape and form? How? Where?
Because by you all accepting that you are less, and they have made it almost illegal. That's one of the things they said against the messenger, is that he teaching racial superiority. Absolutely. They teach it. And if they didn't teach racial superiority, then how come they don't say that Jesus is black or Chinese or Latino? They made him white like them. That's the supreme racial superiority that they tricked us with.
Wait a minute, Torch. See, this Mammy, I watched this already. We're not going to go through the whole thing because only the beginning part is where I want to focus on. White people pay the cost to be the boss. Yes, I said it. They created the system. They created the infrastructure. So yes, they paid the cost to be the boss. They have fought in many wars. Go do your history. So yeah. And she gonna say, oh, they teach superiority. No, they teach their people. Just like we should be teaching our people. I don't get mad at them for putting their people first. How you gonna get mad at that?
Yeah. But the church give us an activity that we think we're doing for God. The church give us something to do. The church give us what the messenger called the imagination of truth. It lets us dream of something when we know good and well what he taught is that nobody's interested in the affairs of man but another man. All right. And he told us that if Jesus or any of them people that they say they believe in came down here, or if an angel, if a human being came down here with wings on their back and somebody floated down out of the clouds or did any of that, we wouldn't run up to them and say, "Oh Lord." We would run away from them. Okay. And the white people would try to kill him. They would shoot him. That would be the first thing. Oh no, we're not having none of that. And that's, so we have been taught to look at things in such a ridiculous way. It's just absurd.
Since you brought up Christianity, I had a question I want to ask before we get back to the book. I heard you say, I don't know if it's in the book, I heard you in an interview say, you said these preachers or leaders, Christian leaders, are not praying for people, they're preying on them. Can you explain what you meant by that?
I don't remember saying that, but I'm sure you paraphrase in some kind of way. It's like a lot of the so-called ministers and preachers and different people we got out here, they're not teaching you to worship God. They're teaching you to worship them. Okay? God don't need money in that way. And there has never been a God recorded that lived in high riches like all of the people that say they represent God do today. It's not a necessity. Okay. In fact, when you really are strong in your faith, you don't even want a lot of material things as proof that you are in contact with God. You know, the blessing is survival. The blessing, the supreme blessing is peace, which is something we don't have. We don't have peace.
Yeah, because
we're
in survival mode. We're in survival mode. See, your early bonds, in childhood that you build is basically rules and a template, right? On how you interpret relationships, right? So as an adult, both women and men are attached to this worship. But they both are, the bandit and the mammies. And then they want to point the finger at everything but themselves. All of these years in this country, what have you accomplished besides a little this and a little that? I'm not saying that Black people haven't accomplished anything, right? All I'm saying is it's time to take the veil off our eyes. You can love a Black man, but do you have to worship him in his bad behavior? No.
Other than saying peace and love and things like that. But as a way of life, as to practice it in our homes and over our children so that we can model a new idea. That's the only way to change a people. You change their idea. You don't have to change their environment. You don't have to charge them nothing. You don't have to join no group. Just change your idea. And the rest of all of you will get in line with that. And you will be successful in whatever that idea is. Now, that idea can be robbing a bank.
But
that idea can be murdering somebody.
Look at the two things came out her mouth of a good idea. Robbing a bank and murdering someone. Do she realize what she said? You can't make this shit up, folks.
No group. Just change your idea. And the rest of all of you will get in line with that. And you will be successful in whatever that idea is. Now, that idea can be robbing a bank. That idea can be murdering somebody. But if you get in agreement in your mind to do it, it can turn out all kinds of ways. So we should get in agreement in our mind to practice doing things a different way, to raise our children a different way, to stop treating the children like they are a burden, and that they are in the way. And all that talk about the children are the future. Well, we looking at the future now. Do we like it? No, we don't like it. Our children are savage running the streets. We've let them get raised up on all the nonsense on every media that we could afford to buy them. That's not anything we're proud of. They're very ignorant and disrespectful and embarrassing. And most of us are afraid of them because they're so savage. They have no predictability. I had a high school ask me to come and speak to the seniors. because that one book I have, Things Your Parents Should Have Told You, it was required reading in a lot of schools at one time, that the children had to read this and understand it before you get your diploma, especially in New York. And so I would look at the condition of the children and recognize that we're looking at the tomorrow. And we don't have an alternate plan. There's a few good brothers out here with some schools now for Black boys, especially. Okay, we need that. We need them for the girls. And that's another thing I want to mention. We need to start letting our little boys play with dolls.
Stop it right there.
And this is a campaign that I'm.
Now, you heard what she said, and DJ gonna play it again, and I want you to stop it like after 30 seconds, DJ. But remember what she just said.
Trying to get started. They need to play with dolls, because we got young men out here and older men that the child interrupt the video game, they knock it out with their fists. They beat them, they kill them, they don't know how to discipline them physically, they go too far, they punching them with their fists. They're doing.
Now, when I heard that, I'm under the impression that all little boys are the same. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
All little boys have testosterone, right?
Exactly.
Why is it that other non-Black little boys can negotiate their emotions and not the Black boys? Now, she didn't say nothing about teaching him emotional intelligence, teaching him how conflict resolution. She said play with baby dolls. These mammies are sick. I give an example of Mammy. Their guidance has not worked. If what she's saying is true, why hasn't it worked? See, she was banking on the fact that back then when she was spewing this nonsense, there wasn't Google and the internet, right? She was banking on people's ignorance. See, a lot of people use ignorant, don't even know what the word means. It means to not know something. That's ignorance. So now that we got the internet and we got Google, they want to shoot down Black women's throats, call us modern women. Yeah, we modern in information. That's all that means. We are informative now. We got the juice now.
Thanks to these babies, taking their frustration out on them and anger out on them because they don't relate to it. They don't know how to deal with it. So we tend to just teach motherhood as if that's all you need. While on the other hand, we're talking about you need the father in the home, when we don't consider teaching you all fatherhood. There ain't no magic in none of it. We have to be taught everything.
Wait a minute.
And so
women got to teach men fatherhood. Am I misinterpreting that, Torch?
I thought I missed it too, because
did she just say that?
I think she just said that. I think she did. And it's really weird.
These mammies are something else, I'm telling you. They have destroyed the minds, because you got to understand, the woman is the first teacher, right?
Right.
These mammies have destroyed the minds of generations with this nonsense.
It's weird. It's straight up weird. I'm shocked.
if we teach the father how to relate to the child and the baby, maybe he'll do a little different. We can't just teach the mother how to be a mother, and if the father don't know it. And that that got past me too. Why do we think that you all automatically have that? You've been up under the same slave master's grandchildren and great-grandchildren and enemy that we have been under. So we have all been affected in our way of thinking. We're not doing things like we used to do them. And so we're not getting that result anymore. Clean it up. It's too many variables. We have allowed too much to get into our children's head.
What the hell we used to do?
And we...
Torch, you older than me. What the hell they used to do?
I didn't play with dolls. I know that much.
I'm just saying, like, you know, she made that comparison that men different. What the hell they was doing? Because when I do my research and my historical, goes back into the historical archives, you know, it was a lot of juke joints,
Yeah.
Looking joints.
Yeah.
A lot of pimping.
Yeah. A lot of exploitation.
A lot of snowballing parties. What the hell y'all used to do?
That's pretty much what we did back then. Maybe not me, my parents maybe.
And you got what? Presidents signing executive orders for you guys?
Yep.
Now, if her dad, I'm gonna go back to her father. Now, if her dad was able to become an engineer, right? Didn't he have an opportunity? Wasn't there opportunities out there?
Exactly. I'm not saying we had a lot of opportunity, but we had enough opportunity not to turn things out the way they have turned out. Let's put it that way. We might have not been able to, have the ultimate American dream, but we could have been living pretty good by now if our mentality was different.
Now she put peace and struggle in the same sentence. Survival. If you're in survival mode, isn't your endorphins running? Aren't you at high anxiety levels when you're in survival mode? You guys all seen that movie, the show Survival. Them people ain't calm and cool and collected.
Right. When you're surviving, you're actually,
on one.
Yeah. Exactly.
You own one. You ain't meditating. You ain't hugging on trees. What's she talking about?
I have no clue. This is a shocker to me. I don't listen to her much, but this is crazy here.
We have let them see bad models, children cursing their parents out, fighting their parents, doing all of those kind of things. Yeah, that hasn't worked. And so people say I'm old school. Now, I'm on the system that worked. The one we got now has not worked, is not working, and will not.
What system worked for Black people?
Right.
Because we need to know that system. What system worked? Anybody in the chat know?
We have to be able to have some input into those kind of things. We got young people now that don't even know personal hygiene.
Benji says prison system.
Now she said about children cussing their parents out. Isn't that learned behavior? See, children are impressionable. Right. She's trying to make it seem like these kids just came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And was just born savages. No, that's learned behavior. Who did they learn it from? The environment. Set by who? And supported by who? See, Black women, y'all ain't off the hook either. But you guys talking about y'all some leaders and y'all want all this damn submission shit. What environment had you set? And then imagine the mammies, imagine her telling this bullshit to a 7-year-old or a 12-year-old. And this person grow up. I told you early bonds build rules, and that's a template, your early bonds. It is a template of how you interpret relationships as an adult. This is asinine. I'm sorry, people. We're not going to listen to this, Mammy, but I just want you guys I want to highlight the origins of Black male worship. And this is it. Now she goes on to say Black man is God. This woman said this in this video, in this interview.
So whose responsibility is it to teach that?
That's a big thing. I taught in public school.
Yes,
for years,
absolutely.
And like people don't acknowledge that kids don't know basic hygiene.
The girls are the boys,
and they're not taught.
No, and and we have some other sexual things that are going on. Life, everything is a trend. Okay, and we jump on trends because we don't have no self, and so we can mimic everybody. That's why.
How does she go on the teachings of Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and she said life is a trend? Life is not a trend. She don't know the essence of life. I asked the chat about 3 months ago, what is life? She in her 80s and don't know.
Why we do so good in all of them pictures. Will Smith was Muhammad Ali. Jamie Foxx was Ray Charles. You know, we can turn into anybody because there's nothing in there for us to hold on to as a base. Okay, that lack of knowledge of self, God and the devil has left us. You know, we're just blind, deaf, and dumb in the sense. Not dumb like stupid. We the smartest people here, but dumb and not being able to.
So she said that we are superior, black, right? I told you guys, I think black pride is idolatry. That's my beliefs, right? You don't have to agree with that. How can we be the smartest people on earth, right? And be stupid at the same time and think life is a trend?
To speak or hear or talk about things that make sense and are good plans. Okay. And right now, in looking on the internet, you have adult black women shaking their naked behinds to the camera. Okay. This is the kind of desperation that we have for the black man who we say we can't get along with. Okay. But
false.
Everything that we do is to attract you.
Torch.
However we dress.
Didn't you just say that black men set that the culture, rap culture?
Yep, sure did.
So what she put all accountability on women?
Definitely is. That's crazy, huh?
We got to teach men fatherhood now. We got to do so. Black women have been muling and doing everything. We are superwoman. It's time to burn our capes. I don't want to see. I have this issue with that sentiment, strong black woman, right? I'm just a responsible black woman. That's all. I don't want people to look at me like I'm just super strong and they can't help me. This is what when people say you a strong black woman, they basically telling you, oh, you got it on your own. You don't need no help. No, I need help. Just because you see me living alone and I'm maintaining this shit doesn't mean I don't need no help. This shit got to get maintained. I'm just responsible.
However raunchy, whatever it is to attract you. Okay? Whatever kind of makeup, hair, long hair, fingernails, anything artificial that we add to ourselves is because of our low self-esteem and low value for ourselves, and we think we have to have something made by somebody else to adorn ourselves with to get your attention.
Did you hear that talking point that they got that talking point from her? About the lashes, the weave, the makeup.
Yep.
They got it from her. Because I told you they always rely on women to solve their problems. They need the woman under them so they can have the masculine attributes. They need the woman under them unless their masculinity is not substantiated.
It all leads back to you. God is a man. All right. Everything leads back to you, even if we're fighting you. Okay. We want y'all way more than you want us. You all don't. We make it seem like it's the opposite way. Okay. But the desperation that we live in because of our loneliness and not being able to mate, even intellectually.
From what I understand, you spoke to Kevin Samuels numerous times, and he acknowledged your work as being an inspiration for his views about relationships in our community.
You know it's a problem if Kevin Samuel likes her.
Right? Did you agree
with
Kevin
Mammy God? That's the Mammy God, Torch.
No, I didn't agree with Kevin Samuel.
Damn.
That's the Mammy God. She been out since the 80s, yo.
Man.
He agreed with me. And he was always so respectful to me. And we were getting ready to do something.
Stop the beat, Torch.
We were going to do a big thing.
Now she said he agreed with me. She's the foundation of the Kevin Samuels worship. Or I say what their God. So imagine the Matrix. They talk about that red pill. Who was the oracle? A goddamn woman.
So true.
She the oracle, y'all. Red pill, blue pill. Y'all need to knock it off.
In Atlanta. And then he went and died. So I guess that wasn't supposed to happen.
She laughing. She laughing at y'all God.
Kevin,
look at her laughing at y'all
Then he
God.
went and died, huh?
And start busting up laughing. Didn't they give us all that shit about why y'all gonna celebrate a man's death? Why y'all talking about a man's death? He got family. She laughed, and that black man who interviewed her didn't check her.
Yep.
The book woke him up, and it gave him the courage to discuss and address these things since I had did it and had put out the blueprint. And so he was a bit crude. I had told him I didn't think he would be successful because of how he was going about it. But he told it the way he saw it. And he was not successful. He was successful in his platform, getting hundreds of thousands of people, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 people were, tuning in to hear him, his comments. But I don't know. I'm sure it benefited some of the women because it put us in check about what we think our overrated value is.
Oh, shit.
Okay. And we think we have a greater value because we think that we are in charge. Y'all
hear it? Y'all hear it? The word value? Sexual market value? Huh? Y'all hear it? That fool went to the oracle, man.
Okay, and most men will just about do anything or go along with anything if they think that. Well, that's changing. Okay, that is not all completely the way it was. This is the thing I wanted to mention, and I don't usually talk about this. When I say that we're living in trends, the messenger talked about when we get out of control, too savage, that you live in a beast life. Okay.
Now, this is the funny thing is she says we get out of control, but last I checked, it wasn't the women that are getting out of control compared to the men, at least.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, she talking about our mouths. She talking about when we kick them out the house.
So let me get this right. So black men, we mowing each other down. But this mammy is worried about how a black woman runs her mouth.
That's all I can take from it.
Yeah.
This is the mammy of all mammies. Man. She is the progenitor.
Our younger people, that children of the future there, are living somewhat of a beast life. Because the new trend now, and I only know about this because they put it out there in the public on the Instagram and the internet and on the Facebook and everything. One of the things that scientists say separates the humans from
skip it about 2 minutes. She's going to talk about SCX, and we ain't got time for that.
1734.
Or somebody spitting in their mouth.
Oh, keep going.
All kind of insanity things, and they
concerned
about that, and I think we all should be.
I just wanted to touch on the Kevin Samuels thing one more time. Do you believe he helped bring interest into your works with a new generation?
No, I don't think so. I think it just it was so personally, individually critical. I don't think that ever helps. I think you have to be civilized and you're asking and telling. And I don't think that that kind of overly criticism of an individual, each person individually, no, that does not help, especially publicly. As I said, we already got low self-esteem, and that don't mean build us up on some false bravado. I don't mean that, but I mean we just have to be more gentle with each other. We are damaged creatures.
Let me reword it. I apologize. I wanted to ask, do you think his work brought more attention to your book?
Why is he? See, he's trying to make Kevin Samuels relevant.
Yes, listen, I told you before this live started, I said two things stood out to me. The interviewer's question was bias. You see his bias.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised that he's a Kevin Samuelite.
Oh, most definitely.
He's not asking her objective questions at all.
No. He's literally trying to guide her.
We're gonna watch like 2 more minutes of this, and this Mammy, I just want you guys to understand that these women have done a lot of damage in the psyche of the black people. See, the black man has done physical damage and also psychological, but these women, I'm gonna give you a quick little example. Remember when we was kids, we was girls, and boys used to try to hit on us who didn't have emotional intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
What these mammies used to tell us, oh, that boy like you. That's conditioning you to accept abuse. Then we wonder why these women stay in these abusive relationships?
Exactly.
All she said is some pseudoism. Like, this is pseudo. I hope that the worship is lifted off the ladies, whoever's watching, and all the people that's going to watch the playback. We're not saying that we don't hate black men. We're just pointing out the information. You can't shoot the messenger.
With a new generation, with a younger generation that probably didn't know about
I'm
your
not
work.
sure. See, the other thing is, remember, we're in a society where they're teaching against reading. All right, everybody either want to hear it or see it. So reading is not as popular. So I'm not sure if it worked that way.
Wait, that's a lie.
My sales have been impacted on a lot of things.
How is society teaching against reading when education for other non-black people is on the #1 priority? No, because our people like entertainment. What you see on TikTok, they always dancing, shaking their ass. They're always doing something entertaining. They want to be the life of the party. They want to be the star. They want to be seen. They don't want to go sit down and study and read something. Society is not teaching people not to read.
You know, that must be 50 books out called The Black Man's Guide and The Black Woman's Guide. You know, so many people have copied, you know, my title. So I'm not sure it worked that way. I'm still selling books, and he's still, I'm sure there's still brothers out there now trying to take his place. So that's just, you know, the way that turned out.
It sounds like she's trying to dance around the fact that she wasn't really that impressed with him, even though they might have shared similar ideologies. I think she thinks he was a grifter.
I think she a charlatan.
Game recognized game.
Because I want you guys, we're not going to watch all of it. I want you guys to watch it and hear what she said at the end. She talks about the Nation of Islam too. She admitted that it's about money.
Mm-hmm.
He got me, I think, more attention for me, toward me as a writer, as a sister, you know. But I know my place in the world, and I'm just a woman. That's not an insult. That's not a put down, but I am not a man. See, God is a man. You represent God. And I tell black women, the closest you may ever get to God is being with a black man.
Stop it right there. That's the end. Y'all heard that? Now, you know, I am a historian by desire, right? And I'm a Bible historian too. There's a scripture that says God is not a man. His ways are not our ways, and his thoughts are not our thoughts, because for they are far above ours. This is blasphemy. She just said that the closest thing a black woman will get to God is through a black man. Has he showed godly behaviors and attributes? So you telling me God is walking around here unaliving us 4.6 hours? God is walking around here robbing and stealing and looting? This is the origin of black male worship. The black man is God. And the Bible says, I notice a lot of these, nothing against the Muslim faith. I actually like their principles. I like how they organize men. I give them that. I love how they can get men and organize them together, right? But what they're doing with that organization, who knows, But I just lost what I was going to say. Go ahead and say something, Torsha. It might come back to me.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, basically the thing is she's going to get a lot of, this kind of ideology is going to get a lot of women hurt. A lot. What is the best way I can put it? It's like she wants you to jump in a car and drive away, and the car has bad brakes. And she says, the car doesn't need to be repaired. The brakes are good enough. And that's a very bad thing.
Oh, I know it. I got it now. Now, she says she knows her place, right?
Right.
You don't think she taught this for over 40 years? That the woman should know her place? Now, you got to go back to Genesis chapter 1, the Bible. The reason why I'm quoting the Bible, because these people that are Muslim, they always quoting out of the Bible. They always doing it, right? The Bible said that he took Adam, right? And he fell asleep, and he created woman, right? From Adam, right? And he presented Adam with the woman. Adam said, "This is flesh of my flesh, bone of my bone. I should call her woman." Then there's a scripture before that. It says, I'm gonna make man in our image. Don't you know the Hebrew man doesn't mean male? It means something else. I'm gonna make him in my image, right? And he should have dominion over the world right? Over the earth. And he said, him and her, I made thee. So we both have dominion over the earth. Not just man. So what's she talking about? Stay in her, I know my place. She done taught this for 40 years. Staying in your place mean being quiet when they abuse you. Being quiet when they essay your children. Being quiet when they don't contribute to the household.
Mm-hmm.
Know your place. Know your place. Get hit with the brick. Don't get out of pocket, or you gonna get hit with the brick.
Boom.
Y'all need to miss me, man. Y'all got it right now. The origin of black male worship is the black man is God. And it's been taught for over 40 years. I'm not 40. Now we at the apex of the worship right now, because women are waking up and they're losing their grips on us. So what they do? Cause physical harm. Anybody else want to come up, or anybody want to come up on the chat? Because I got to go, because my man is here.
Let me put the I'm gonna go ahead and put the
Yeah, show me some support. Tell me if I did a good job in the chat, y'all.
Yeah, if Cyber did a good job in the chat, type Cyber in the chat. I thought she did good myself.
No, put Cyber Nightmare. Put Cyber Nightmare. Don't go to sleep tonight, niggas.
Oh, yeah. Excellent work. We'll kind of, I'll bring up the music a little bit while we wait for people to come up.
Yeah, I'm done. From now on, I'm clowning. After this show, I'm done with the serious shit. I'm clowning. I'm roasting. I'm done.
Go a little jam in the background.
No more serious shit for me, y'all.
Cyber, you did an amazing job. Amazing.
What up, Jack?
Look at everybody. Cyber.
Yeah, don't go to sleep, niggas.
Well, wait. Ilana Love says, "Welcome to the dark side."
Yeah, Cyber Nightmare.
Welcome to the stage,
Ooh,
Darnell.
almost said something. What's up, Darnell?
Hey, how y'all doing?
We was asking about you. Where you been, man?
Oh,
Around.
been a little busy. This week I've been having issues with sleep. So.
Hey, you got to handle business. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Shahrazad Ali?
I mean, to be honest with you, when it comes to diet, I was on her side when it comes to diet. Let's face it, we have to be honest. The black diet or the African American community diet, it's pretty poor.
Yes, it is.
I mean, we don't have a documented diet. You eat what you can. It's a lot of us in poverty. A lot of us are lazy and don't want to go do what they got to do to buy the food that they want.
Yeah, but like I said, reading the labels when you go to the grocery store, like for example, when I buy bread, for example, I make sure I read the label. If bread, I found out bread has they put high fructose corn syrup in bread, and a lot of times that high fructose corn syrup bread is cheaper than regular bread, which is weird to me, but
yeah.
How
many of us know how to bake our own bread? See,
not many.
A lot of the stuff that they were doing back then, it wasn't passed down. Whose fault is that?
I would say it's the fault of our parents or grandparents for not passing it down.
There was a situation in Africa, what's going on there, the coup, right? When they kicked
where?
those, it's something going on down in Africa right now, right? Where they're fighting and trying to get their countries back. They kicking out the white farmers out of there, right? And I watched the news clip where the black people that been on the land all their life didn't know how to farm the land, so they starved. They're starving because they don't know how to farm the land.
Yes, that's correct.
That is a damn shame, yo.
It is, but again, I can't speak on Africa because we live in the United States. But when it comes to the items in our grocery store, like I said, and one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was the when you had mentioned pork. Cyber, you had mentioned pork, and in all three major monotheistic religions, that's Christianity, Judaism, and Islam, all of them mention pork is bad.
You talking about in the Bible, Leviticus, but then you also have the New Testament where Paul, I told you I'm a Bible historian, Paul also said something about food. And the Most High told Paul, he's like, I don't eat that. He told him, slay and eat. And there's some scripture I came across where it says that, we shall eat poison and shall not die. Now, these people back in the day was living to hundreds and 120, right? Am I correct, Torch?
True. Very true.
Eating chitlins, eating all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We are, this one thing I say about us, we are a blessed people.
Well,
blessed to survive. Yeah, we're blessed.
You also have to understand too, even though yes, 100, 120 and stuff like that, they also used a different calendar back then.
Wait, no, let's stick with food, man. Don't go into.
I'm just being honest. When I was in Djibouti, one of my coworkers, he was originally from Ethiopia. You know, we're in 2016, and the Ethiopians are in 2008 at the time. You know, which I found weird. And he said, yeah, they use the old calendar.
You know, the first ever recorded Bible, the oldest Bible is from Ethiopia. It's Christianity. You know, Christianity was in Africa first, right?
No, actually, the Jews, the Judaism, they created the first. They created the first, or they were the first ones to believe in a monotheistic or one God. And
well, we sorry people. We didn't want to go down a rabbit hole, but diet for us, we're blessed people that we're able to eat. They gave us whatever scraps, and we still survived, and we're still making it happen today. So be proud of yourself and know that you're strong. But just because you know that you're strong, you still got to get up off your ass and do what you got to do, and not be complacent.
But here's the problem with that is that, first of all, those foods were unhealthy for us in the first place. But you know, during the terms of slavery, like I said, you got to eat what you got to eat. But today, these foods we know to be unhealthy. Like I said, black people, we leave everything. Well,
not to cut you off, Darnell. They were literally getting scraps. You ever seen a pig slaughtered?
No, I haven't.
You should go and go. You should go see. Me and my father, we go up. I can't tell that, but we go somewhere and we get lamb and we get goat, and they slaughter in front of us, right? Now a pig gets slaughtered, and all of the good meats goes to master, right? They were literally getting scraps, and then in modern times today, we're able to go and get what we want, right? And they still live longer than us.
You said white people still live longer than us?
No, we talking about black people, baby. We talking about black people.
Oh, black people. Okay, I'm sorry.
Anyways, you know, I barely eat pork. You know, it's something about that bacon, though. Damn, bacon, boy.
Bacon's off the chain. I try to stay away.
Man, they gotta leave bacon alone, man.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Saber Dreams, don't feel bad. I love me some bacon.
I get the expensive bacon, that hardwood, thick bacon.
Oh yeah. I love the thick cut.
Yeah, that bacon. That's not pork. That can't be pork.
Nah, that's pork.
That can't be no pig, man.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I like pork chops.
Yeah, I don't eat that.
I eat pork chops.
Yeah, I eat pork chops too. Yeah.
Not all the time, but I do.
Yeah, I mean, I tried to cut back on them, but you know, I still love pork chops.
Yeah, like you can smell bacon like 10, 12 houses down. I don't know what's up with bacon, but Shahrazad Ali, leave my bacon alone.
Well, you gotta understand, in the Muslim faith, you can't eat pork. So you gotta understand that. You know, you can't eat pork.
Leave my bacon alone. Man, I tried turkey bacon. That don't hit right, legs. That don't hit at all. I even did beef bacon. Nah, I did it for like 3 years. Nah, I don't hit at all.
Hey, I'll take any kind of bacon as long as it's bacon. You know,
I'll
rock with the turkey bacon.
No, I did it for 3 years. You know, I refrained from pork for about three years. But that turkey bacon don't hit. Then I move on to the beef.
Yeah,
that beef don't hit either.
DJ Torch, I have to agree with Cyber Dreams. That turkey bacon, I just, man, I can't stand it.
Well, I understand, but I eat bacon so rarely that just anything, it could be cardboard, I'd probably like it. I eat it so rarely, you know?
Yeah.
See, but food, you know, we back on religion, right? It's the Bible says that it's not what goes in that defiles a man, it's what comes out. Meaning the shit that comes out your mouth, the words that you spew. It's not what goes in that defiles you, it's what comes out.
Yeah.
What they say, life and death is in the tongue. That's in the Bible.
But but it also does state that, as far as pork or pig. Now, this is just my
Yeah, you're
opinion.
talking about the Old Testament, bruh.
Yeah, yes, I am.
Yeah, he said it. You got to understand what the Most High was doing in the Bible stories. He was separating a people. These people he took out were heathens. You got to understand that. And he made them his people. So basically, the Most High was he was doing a spiritual detox and a natural detox to these people.
Mm-hmm.
He even taught them how to clean and bathe.
Well, I mean, this is just my opinion, but as you know, pork or pigs, because pigs eat anything, they have parasites. And
yeah, chickens do too. Chickens eat their own boo-boo.
I didn't know that, but
see, the original we originally ate off the land. We ate a lot of fruits and vegetables and nuts, right?
Yeah.
It was until I don't know who. I think I gotta go to my old notes. I don't know who introduced meat, but they always ate fish. Black people always ate fish. I'm talking about thousands of years ago. I'm talking about like 5th, 3rd, 2nd dynasty African people, black people, right? They always ate fish. I'm not too sure if they ate meat like that. They probably ate rabbits, stuff like that. But beef and cow and pig, I'm not too sure about it.
Well, mankind we're all omnivore, meaning we eat both plant and meat. So,
but one was more than the other.
Probably, like I said, you got to remember in ancient times, like I said, we didn't have firearms. We didn't have, we couldn't run as fast as a lion or.
You crazy? In ancient times, those men and women were. Let's say this. I'll say this. They were exceptional athletes.
Well, I mean,
they hunted. Listen, there was a tribe that hunted lions. It was the rite of passage. They came back with the lion's mane. Come on now, y'all got.
I mean, it's true. Eventually, we did. When we learned to build tools, we did. But you got to remember, like I said, we don't have the natural ability of certain predators. Even though mankind is the apex predator, the only reason we became apex predators was because of our tool making ability.
Yeah, we was able to. We could build traps. They got ancient bear traps, lion traps. This is ancient stuff.
Yeah,
but they had domesticated in Egypt. They have domesticated dogs and domesticated cats. They were domesticating all type of animals, monkeys.
Yeah, but
this is on Egyptian hieroglyphs, Darnell.
But before we did all that, like I said, how do we survive? More than likely, we were gatherers and scavengers. More than likely, like I said, we come up as far as meat, we probably come up across a dead carcass, and we would probably eat from it. More than likely.
You talk about some caveman shit? That's what you're talking about? But we don't come from caves, so I don't understand the example. But I digress.
Well, actually, we did, like the Neanderthals. Neanderthals mostly come from whites and Asians. Like if you draw the blood from a white or an Asian, they'll have more Neanderthal DNA than we do, than black people.
Black people don't have that at all. We don't have that. I think it's called RNA or something. DNA.
We have a little bit.
No, we don't have it. We don't.
Well, like I said, you got to understand. Like me, for example, like I said, I have a great grandfather that was a German immigrant, for example. So
I get it. Now I get your point.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all go hit that like button, hit that cash app, man, so I can buy me some bacon.
Get the bacon on.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make bacon wrapped shrimp.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm about to go, Torch, because
hey, it's about that time. I'd like to thank everybody coming through.
Hit that cash out so I get some bacon, man.
Let me shout out to everybody. We really do appreciate you here. And we're gonna have more quality programming for you.
I don't think I could do it no more, Torch. I'm clowning, I'm roasting.
You did a great job. Amazing job, Darnell. Great commentary as well. You know, this is DJ
thank you,
Torch.
sir.
And we out of here. In the house, Lily Lotus, Brina West, DeQuinto Fox, Alexander Brannon,
In this moment,
Legs for Life,
I cannot say what's wrong or right.
Darnell, of course, on stage.
Brenda, you gonna get it. You gonna get that job, girl.
Max is in the house. Natural under pressure. Lana Love.
No need to say
A lifestyle guy.
where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all.
Break it down, break it down. Indiana Mom in the house.
To the edge of it all.
Here comes the hook.
So tell your good night.
Hey, Brown.
Cause I'll find a better one.
Henry.
Yeah.
Mars.
Susceptible night.
MG Masu.
Before the moment flies.
Mr. DJ Music.
So tell your good night.
Break it down, break it down, break
Cause
it
I'll find a
down.
better one. Susceptible night. Before the moment flies.
Miss RV.
It's not a problem. Cause I know what I'm getting into.
Where Camo at? Where Camo? Camo.
No.
Nothing can stop me. Cause I'm addicted to what you
Yeah, King, you missed it. I don't do all the long lies, man. I be busy.
I follow. No need to say.
Here we go. Remember now, you can play this on rewind. It's King Lucifer in the house.
You know what? One song I like, man. Like, you play this. Well, sometimes.
Here we go. Here we go. Really love this. Some me from the chat.
So tell you good night. Cause I'll find a better one.
That's a track. Oh.
Susceptible night.
All right, everybody.
Before the moment flies.
We out of here. Thank you for coming through.